Hi Muses, I am feeling like I forgot something and I turned out that I did. If you haven't seen already or you've just stumbled upon this page or you're new to me, hi, I'm Brenda Mangalore. I'm the artist of one and many paintings. This is actually the namesake of my latest collection. I just got to put it back in its frame. Once Upon a Storm is the latest collection that I had released and it's up there on the website. I'm going to put the link in this video. Now, if you haven't seen any of my videos before, there's always this little bit of time. This is just what Facebook needs for me to just like let people on, and also just to make sure I share it before I forget to, you know, make sure other people can see it. And then I can actually introduce you this time to what's happening. Do you ever get where all your tabs, there's so many of them that's open that everything starts slowing down on your computer or on the browser that you're using? And then sometimes I feel like that's what's happening in my brain as well, even though it's only just the morning, but I feel like about 3 hours behind. And then dealing with schooling and just like having to deal with stuff that's been coming up. And then I'm just feeling, you know, what your days you just feel like you just want to twirl your hair. This is why it's a beautiful anchor for you to remember who you are, what it is that you want to create intentionally, and to connect to those inner intentions and values and dreams and desires, and to also be an anchor for your self-expression when you can't articulate yourself right now. And so once this loads, I'm going to post a link to the collection. You can see the full collection. But it turned out, as you do when you have multiple paintings go through, and I've been doing this for a while, there's a whole system involved with all of this, of like getting stuff ready, processing, and then online website, you know, the business side of stuff, the not so fancy, romantic, sexy side of things, that is running an art business. And then I forgot, it turned out, one of the paintings, I forgot to upload it onto the website, and it felt so neglected. Like, I imagine, you know, when some people who've like left their child behind at some shopping center somewhere, or they just like completely forgot they had a kid somewhere, and it just like horrifying, but at the same time so relatable. Anyway, I was feeling these kind of feelings where I'm feeling flaky, when, if you know me, I'm not that kind of person at all. And I'm actually going to be going inside my free group. If you don't already know, if you don't already are in there, if you're looking for a community, for a space to hang out with me and get access to my free trainings and resources, I mean, there's a whole bunch of videos that you can get inside on my page as it is. Just check out my video playlist. But Mindful Muses with Brenda Mangalore, that's my community of intentional creatives. I wanted to have deeper conversations and to offer deeper trainings around your creative process, around your creative practice, around connecting to your muse with mindfulness, with intentionality, with an eye on purpose and joy, because that's what we're trying to create in our lives when we use our creativity. And that's what I wanted this space. I wanted to have a community, a village for us to hang out, for you to find other creatives, because maybe I'm the only person you know that's an artist who's a creative, and you are longing for more connection, for finally finding your own voice, right? Like, life is great, you know, I mean, we're in isolation right now, so everything's a bit weird, but you are just trotting along, and yet there's this sense of something missing, something that is not quite satisfying. It's the sense of purpose and fulfillment isn't quite there, and you know that your creativity, your connection to your creative work, your creative practice is going to be a vehicle for you to, just like my paintings, be an anchor for self-expression, be a vehicle for you to grow into who you want to be, into the muse that you know you are. And for me, a muse is someone who is not just inspiring others, which is what we want to be. We want to be not just inspired by the world and by all the ideas that you have and this longing and yearning to be creative, to unleash that, but also to then inspire the world, not like those mythical Greek muses, but that we do both as human beings who are muses. You get inspired by the world, by the divine, by your insight, by your connection to your own muse, and then we do the work, we create it, we bring it to life, we try, we fail and we pick ourselves back up. We long to grow more and to bring these masterpieces to life. And as well, our life is our ultimate masterpiece of adding all the layers, the richness, the tapestries of memories and experience, and sharing all of that, and then being a muse to others. That's what a muse means to me. So find the link in my header if you don't have already. Or, you know, all the links are everywhere on my page, or you can search Mindful Muses with Brenda and you'll find that free group. Make sure you answer all the questions in there so that you can be approved ASAP. Otherwise, I'm not sure whether it's like, there's a few little spam bots that's been trying to sneak their way in. And so I've had to be really vigilant about that because I want to be protective of our village so that it can be a space not only for you to like check out my free trainings and everything, but also so that you can connect with one another and that you can feel safe in there to do self-expression, because I feel like some of us are just a little out of practice. All right. It's really slow. I've got to like restart my laptop or something. And I feel like it's obviously mimicking and reflecting how flaky my brain is right now as well. There's too many tabs open. I just got to deal with a whole bunch of tabs, but I'm also kind of in sparkle mode. So I'm just very like floaty. Right, which is why I was like, let's just do my hair and take advantage of this sparkle mode. And let me share this in the group because then I just want to introduce it. We're talking about pouring resonance today, which is the painting that, if you haven't seen the post already, you'll find it in the link in the comments below. It's one of the paintings inside my Once Upon a Storm collection. This one was finished a little earlier than the rest, which doesn't really mean anything. It's not why I've completely forgotten about it. It's one of those things where they all feel very similar in vein, in essence, in energy, which is why they're in a collection. And I'm still releasing a bunch of little ones that just didn't fit into the collection, but it'll be perfect for Mother's Day, FYI. Because that's coming up. So let me know if you're looking to gift a mama figure in your life, a gift of art and beauty and connection, which is what my paintings are about. Let me know. This is so slow. So while that's happening, I will show you. I mean, this is going to be the closest you're going to get to seeing it in person. Like all of these paintings were going to be in an exhibition. It was going to be saved some for the art fair. And then because of this whole situation, I'm like, I'm just going to release it because I know those of you who really resonate with my work and who really love it, my collectors, they're always my favorite people because you just connect and you just resonate with it straight away and you just know it. Like even if you don't see it in person, seeing it in person just becomes intensify that sense of resonance and connection that, it only reaffirms and kind of doubles exponentially the experience of what you connect with when you see it on screen. And this is this is what I found from feedback from my collectors and the people who tell me that they see online and then they receive it in the mail and everything. And so I just wanted to show this one that I kind of forgot to kind of release it with the rest of the Once Upon a Storm collection, which is called Pouring Resonance, and you can read all about her in there. She was kind of finished first for a long time, like 80-90% done, just like most of my paintings, and then just that tiny little bit, and I'll always remember the tiny little bit, just like all of us in life with everything that we create, where it's just like it was a battle to finish off. It wasn't quite done, it wasn't quite right, and yet like, am I pushing too far, or am I just holding back, or am I just wasting time, or should I just like, that's it, I'm done, I'm drawing the line. And so it became this, just like the rest of the collection, which is now apt that it was called Once Upon a Storm, because I feel like we're still in the middle of the storm. Although if you're like me, you're kind of hitting the calm now, or you're kind of getting used to this new normal of the COVID isolation situation that we're in. And, you know, and there's probably more mayhem to come now that we're in this kind of calm situation. Maybe it's just Australia. Let me know in the comments. Mindful Muses, come join me in there. I will be doing more trainings in there because there's a flash sale going on inside there for those of you who are looking for more structure to really connect to your intentions and to reaffirm and to re-strategize, I guess, for your goals and your plans moving forward, especially in connection with your creativity. This is the thing that I love playing in. I love my creative work. I love my flowing in the moment, being in the zone and flowing with color and using my intuition. But the other side of why I'm in business and I'm selling it and I enjoy this kind of art form that is business, especially online, being a content creator, being creative, being an artist, is that I enjoy the strategy side of things. I enjoyed having a to-do list and a 5-year plan and having SMART goals and all of these things. But I find that if you go down, most of you who are in here, if you go down that road too far, it's not enough. It's only half the story. You need to somehow find your dance between the two, the intuitive and flowy and feminine energy of connecting and being creative, as well as the masculine energy of planning and strategizing and being clear with intention. This is where you are then able to create and cultivate a life of joyful purpose. This is where your creative work isn't just a fun hobby to have, absolutely, but there's a deeper purpose in there that connects to your calling. This is the ability to be able to cultivate enough of a habit that creativity and being in the zone and being in the flow and being intuitive can have intentionality and mindfulness and be one of the stepping stones, one of the foundational slabs that you lay for cultivating a creative life that's on purpose, that reaches a certain goal, that helps you elevate to being the higher self that you want to be. Anyway, it's a flash sale of 2 self-study courses that are amazing. Putting it together, I'm adding extra worksheets in there as well. And it's just a flash sale only for the next 2 days. So definitely get inside that group and check out those details if that's what you're looking for. A little bit more structure around really, now that you've kind of settled into this new normal and you're looking to really have a game plan moving forward, especially in connection with your creativity. You might have found that you've been stuck at home and you should start learning a new language or start cooking from scratch more, or start whatever it is. All of that is an expression and a way of being in connection with your creativity. This is your way of connecting with your muse. And so the 2 courses in there, it's this power pack. It's a new you, new muse power pack. I feel like we're at a stage now where it feels almost like a new year, where you can set goals and set a new vision. All the plans that you had at the beginning of the year now kind of no longer applies. And so we haven't had this chance to really reset and recalibrate and just kind of set something not in stone, because if we've learned anything in the last few months is that life can be crazy and chaotic, and it always was. And so being flexible with that doesn't mean we lose sight of our deeper intentions, our deeper desires, our deeper callings of our higher selves, of our spirituality, of what we believe in, what we deeply want to call into our lives. And so I feel like these 2 self-study courses that are available in this flash sale is going to be a really helpful resource for you to really get a game plan on, to pick a passion project or a habit to cultivate so that you can develop more consistency with your connection with your creativity and showing up. You can cultivate more confidence in what you need to do next, and that you are capable, and to set those mindset practices in place, as well as really moving from just dreaming and big dreaming, which I'm really good at, but also moving that to getting it done. So I don't even know why, but there is a flash sale. It's only for the next 2 days. Definitely check it out inside that group, the Mindful Muses group. All the details in there. I'm not even going to drop a link. Oops. I forgot this painting. All right, so if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this one, but I thought I'll just do a fun live. I haven't been on, I feel like, for a while, although I think I was on yesterday if you were in the group. Oh, she's actually bigger than I realized. Let's see if you can see. All right, what I want, you can see the bigger, you can see the whole thing in the shop. So definitely check out the link in the comments below and you can get bigger images so that you can actually see the full thing, right? I'm being really careful because it's got this beautiful raw oak frame, which I love. I love a good float frame, right? But what I really want you to see in person, which I hope you can kind of see, is see the shimmers in this, where's my hand? In this gold. Really love that. You can't really see that on the screen. So you can kind of see it shimmery. And I really love this. This whole area here really came really quickly. But this section down here, plus up here in these corners, took a while. Took a while to come together. And I find, isn't that the same with life? I don't know if you're like me, where you know the bigger picture, but it's always the little details. Why is there hair on my face? It's always the little details that kind of like ends up being the one that derails you. This is why I'm really big about intentionality and being really clear about the whole point, not just like half the point. You know, it's where you talk about, especially if you want to start a business, you want to start selling your art online, like the whole point of it, and to really check in that it isn't just a way to prove that you're worthy of making your art, which I'm finding a lot of creatives who come to me for that help, that's the reason, and they haven't even started making the art in the first place, which is then I'm like, making the money isn't going to give yourself that permission. It isn't going to give you that sense of confidence that you're actually deeply looking for. You know, finding your style, finding your creative voice, finding something that's just for you to express who you are, that has to be a huge reason of doing the work that you do, but making art that has deeper meaning. And so in order to do that though, you have to be willing to see all of it, and that means for yourself being able to see both the light and the shade. And so I find with this whole collection with Once Upon a Storm, a lot of it was a little bit darker, but also a lot brighter than the previous collection. And for me, that contrast I'm really seeing and really been playing with just personally in my personal development growth, but also I think the world is seeing that, and we just experienced it too. So it was just coincidental, but at the same time with art, isn't it always a reflection of who we are and what we see? And we see, especially in abstract, my work as well, that my work serves as a mirror for you to see yourself, see your own story, see your own memories, see your own desires and your own connections. And that's the beauty of paintings, especially with my abstract work, that it can be a mirror for you. It can be a window to depths that you might not have been able to notice within yourself because you've been too busy and doing other stuff and stressing and all those kind of things. And so the beauty in the colors bring you to a place where you can be calm and connected and centered, and then reflect on what it is that you see, what is it that it's evoking in you, what is it that it's bringing up for you. And so with Pouring Resonance, it has this beautiful light and dark to its layers, which you've got to see in person. Definitely check it out in the link below in the shop, and you can purchase it. Original art is something that, you know, if you're going to be Mother's Day and or as a gift for yourself, art itself isn't just like beautiful flowers or pajamas that you might get mum for Mother's Day. It's something that can live on, and it can pass on to the next generation, right? I'm always big on archival qualities, but also because it serves as a mirror, because it serves as a window of connection. It reminds you of this time when you got it, but it's also time travels with you when you see it in the future, and it brings you back in the past. But even now in the present, it can bring you to the future self that you're longing for. It evokes and connects you with what it is that you deeply desire from your future self. That's the beauty of art, and how it serves as both as an anchor as well as a portal to where it is that you want to go, to who it is that you want to be, underneath all the stresses of chaos and craziness and emotional baggages and things that you're working through. Anyway, where all of that came from. I'm going to get inside my Mindful Muses group to do a training in there. I want to talk about how everything, you know, happens, and being able to trust both intentionality but having a structure in place, which is just everything I shared about this flash sale. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. Otherwise, thank you for being in this space. Thank you for loving my page and supporting me. If you don't already, either join my Facebook group or find me on Instagram for more of my art and sharings from the studio, or message me if you'd like more information about that flash sale. You'll find all information in my group. But if the group isn't for you, you're not interested in any of the trainings or being a mindful muse, that's totally cool. You just love the art, you just want to buy the art, check out the latest collection. The link is in the comments below. I'm gonna see if I can I pin it? I'm gonna pin it, and then you can definitely check it out and find its little story and who she is. Pouring Resonance. It's one of the paintings that I kind of forgot to load up to be released with the insider list. So if you're an insider list member, definitely let me know if you're gonna purchase it. And yeah, it's one of those things where you kind of forgot, and I was like, I can't believe I forgot it. I was sure it was up there and I was keeping an eye on it, but it was one of the earlier favorites before the rest of the little ones came up and was finished with the collection. And so that's as it always happens. All right, I'm gonna have to pin it later, but you'll find the link in the comments below, and I will see you then. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Message me if you have any questions, or find me inside that group, and I will see you in there. Bye.